Ladies and gentlemen, Eagles fans around the world, welcome back to our fourth and final episode of the Senior Spotlight. As we head into Week 10 of the high school football season, the Eagles have continued their winning streak and now set up a marquee matchup with rival Macomb. And the BBC title, of course, is on the line. Tonight, I'm joined by 6 senior athletes here at Liberty Benton. I'm joined by Ashton Price, Brendan Bailey, Caden Lemons, Malik Eckford, Haley Hawes, and Jenna Dychek. Let's get to know these young folks a little bit better, starting with the ladies. All right, Jenna, good to see you.
Good.
If you would share your parents' names with us.
Stan and Shelly Dychek.
Stan and Shelly, big contributors to the Capital Campaign, great folks. How about your plans after high school?
I either want to go to OSU or Cincinnati and become a dietitian.
Dietitian, all right, OSU, Cincinnati. Any chance to visit either one of the campuses yet?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, both of them? Okay, applications in?
Yes.
Yeah, wow, good for you. Working your way into it. Fantastic. That's exciting. Are you leaning one way or the other, Ohio State or Cincy?
I really want to go to OSU, but if I don't get accepted, I'll go to Cincinnati.
Yeah, well, both good schools. I had a daughter that graduated from Ohio State, and the two knuckleheads are down in Cincinnati. So both good spots. Keeping on with you, let's talk about maybe your favorite football game memory throughout the years.
Probably when we used to do our team meals as all of the team, and then cheering with my friends that I met in middle school when I first moved here.
Yeah, fantastic. Team meals were always a good bonding episode, and a little bit more challenging in today's day and age. But glad to hear you made some bonds. That's one of the great things about high school sports and cheerleading. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Here you have an interesting story to share about your first day of cheer camp this year.
So we were in Vegas and we had a flight out at night, and the next day was cheer camp at 10 a.m. And it was like around 8 o'clock at night, and I kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. So I didn't get any sleep, and I didn't get home till 8 a.m.
Ooh.
So I was running on like nothing.
Yeah.
And I was doing pretty good, and then like 2 hours before it ended, I was doing a cheer and I fell over myself and I twisted my ankle.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it was all right, but
No long-term injuries or anything like that?
No, I'm just clumsy.
Yeah, just a little bit of embarrassment, running on fumes there.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, Vegas does that to me all the time, so understandable. Probably for different reasons, of course. Let's talk about what do you like to do in your free time?
I like to travel and weightlift.
Travel and weightlift. Obviously, you went to Vegas. How about weightlifting? Do you like to do that here at the high school, or you got your own gym at home?
Well, my dad likes to work out, so we have one at our home.
Yeah, fantastic. Good for you. Any favorite exercises?
I like to do bench press.
All right. I won't make you. Do you want to share how much you bench?
Um,
What's your max? Do you have a max?
Right now it's 110.
110? Ah, that's pretty good. Probably twice your weight. That's impressive. All right. Finally, what movie or song would best describe your career at Liberty Benton?
Probably Cars.
Cars. All right. Talk about that. That's going to be interesting.
So, like in the beginning, it was kind of like we were all over the place and I didn't know what to do. And then, once I got my friends, I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. And, it was just like a highway of adventures.
Yeah. Wow. That's good descriptions. I thought maybe there'd be some accidents along the way or some high-speed chases or something like that. Glad to hear it's a little bit tamer than that. So, well, great to meet you. Great talking with you today. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for Jenna? All right, folks, we're joined by our second guest of the night, Miss Haley Hawes. Haley, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Great. How about sharing with us your parents' names?
John and Holly Hawes.
John and Holly. How about your plans after high school?
Okay, so I don't have an exact college picked out, but I do want to go into human resources. I was looking at Otterbein, but I was just looking a little bit, so.
All right. Have you had a chance to visit Bowling Green?
Bowling Green does not have human resources,
Oh,
so.
all right. Well, maybe you have to talk to some people over there. So, all right. Have you had a chance to visit Otterbein?
I have not.
You haven't. Okay. Is that on the list at some point? or-
It is indeed.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck with that. Good to have a path. Now I just figure out the school that'll be a little bit challenging, but always good to have a path in place. So good for you. How about your favorite football game memory?
So I would say having the experience to cheer all 4 years varsity with my best friend Abby Borgeson, but other than that, I'd say pre-game rituals, pretty my favorite part of game day.
Yeah, well, Abby certainly shared that quite a few weeks ago when we talked to her. And correct me if I'm wrong, were you a freshman when your brother Hunter was a senior, or what?
I was not. He graduated too early.
He graduated too early. All right. Okay. Well, we all weren't sure if he was going to graduate at all, so glad to hear he graduated too early.
Very proud.
All right. All right. How about let's dig in a little bit deeper here. I heard, talking about your freshman year, Hunter's no longer around. I heard you had a tough time with the bleachers. Care to elaborate?
So it was freshman year cheer camp, and for one of our competitions, it was like we were all split into groups. So we were doing a relay, and I got put into the relay for doing the stands. On the second to last bleacher stands row, I not slipped once, but I slipped twice. And I got a scar on my leg that's still here today.
Oh, wow.
And it started gushing blood, but I finished it, and I ended up getting 2 bonus points for taking one for the team. And
Yeah.
my team came out on victory, though.
All right. Do they still do that competition?
No, we do not.
No.
No.
All right. Sounds good. So do you think that, certainly that was a different coach back then. Coach Wilcox Miller and Ricker weren't there. It was a different Coach Miller, Steph Miller, I think,
Yep.
probably that time.
Kurtz, too.
And Coach Kurtz, yeah, thank you. If one of the coaches gets mad at you, do they ever threaten to run the bleachers?
I don't think anyone ever told them about it. So
Okay.
if we had Christy Kurtz, I think she most definitely would have joked around with that a couple of times.
Yeah, she's a character. She certainly would. So, all right. Well, good memories. Certainly a little bit painful, but you always recognize what that scar is. You'll be able to tell your grandkids about that someday,
Yep.
how that all came about. Final question for you. What music or song or movie, would best describe your time here at Liberty Benton?
I would probably say Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. Every time I hear it, I just think of Liberty Benton High School cheerleading.
Yeah?
Yeah, we listen to it every game day. So.
Do you really?
Yes, we do.
All right, cool. All right, well, that's exciting, very unique, and it's certainly a classic. So, well, good deal, and best wishes on a great senior season. Enjoy Friday night. It's certainly going to be a big game, and you guys play an important role getting those fans hyped up, and maybe even taking one of them out with a football or a water bottle. So, again, best wishes. Congratulations on a great career. Good luck with the college hunt. How about a big hand for Haley Hawes? All right, folks, we're joined with our third guest of tonight, Mr. Ashton Price, number 58.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. I don't know why I had to look. I know what that is. How about, Ashton, if you would share with us your parents' names?
My dad's Marcus Price and my mom's Nicole Kramer.
Marcus Price and Nicole Kramer. Fantastic. How about your plans after high school?
I'm thinking about going to Cincinnati or Toledo for engineering or something like that.
Yeah.
Play some football.
Oh, yeah? All right. Fantastic. Have you had a chance to visit either of the campuses?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Any ideas on, in terms of engineering, mechanical, or anything like that? Anything special chemical?
It's either mechanical or electrical right now.
Yeah. All right. Good deal. You've talked to them about football at all?
No, not yet.
Not yet? All right. Good deal. Well, certainly, I'm not going to be a big fan of Toledo. Of course, you know that with my Bowling Green background and with the boys out at UC, a great campus and number 2 in the nation right now in football. So that'd be a great place to hook onto if you could. Well, best wishes with that. And if you need some contacts down in Cincinnati, I can probably help you out a little bit. UT, I don't know if I could or not, but I won't. Anyways, talk about your favorite football memory throughout the years.
Probably my touchdown this year. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Let's talk about that a little bit more. Talk about that game against Corey Robinson. Talk about the touchdown. Walk us through the play and what you remember from all of it.
I just went through my head. They were punting it. I'm going to try and block the punt. And I rushed the punter. And the kid blocked the punt. I was like, well, that sucks. That didn't go. And I look up, the ball's in the air. And I was like, I don't get that. And I jumped up, grabbed the ball, and just walked into the end zone.
Yeah, with the big escort of Eagles taking you all the way in. Yeah, that's exciting. Good for you. Well, glad you recovered from being bummed about the not blocking the punt and getting the touchdown. Probably a little bit more glory there. I bet Gilly wishes the shoe was on the other foot, but I'm sure he doesn't. He's a team player. You talk about maybe playing football at the next level. When I talk with your parents, it seems like you loved football really your entire life. I heard there was a special trick play in your youth football years that was just for you. Care to explain?
Yeah, basically, Coach said it was called Big Mac, and it was like short yardage if we needed a couple yards or for extra point. And I'd line up, and my quarterback would point what gap I was running to, and he just snapped the ball, handed the ball like this, so I didn't fumble it, and I just run.
Yeah, Big Mac. All right, there's no Mac in your name. How did they come up with that? Did you come up with it? Did you like Big Macs?
No, I was like 5'9", 210, real chubby.
Yeah.
Big Mac.
Well, you're about that same size right now. Fill it out a little bit more than that, but yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's awesome to have a play named after you. Have you talked to Coach Garlock about trying to run Big Mac at all this year?
I said something to him at the beginning of the year, and he said maybe, but I think he just lied to me.
Well, I'm sure he wasn't lying, but yeah, it's probably in the back of his head. I mean, especially after you return that punt against that block punt against Corey Rawson, you had to be thinking, man, I got to get this guy the ball a little bit more often.
Well, there's a special little play in the books. You know, you might see breakout.
Yeah, all right. Okay, well, I remember Fumble Ruski from a few years ago. It was pretty awesome. Maybe they'll bust that one out for us again sometime this year. Hey, over the years, on a serious note, you battled a lot of injuries and really fought through a lot of those injuries and have had a great career here at Liberty Benton. How's everything been feeling this year in the body area?
I've been doing pretty good. You know, just a couple minor things, but no big setbacks.
Yeah, feeling healthy for Friday night to come?
Yeah, I'm feeling great.
Yeah, awesome. Well, hey, you've experienced most of your success, I think, on the defensive side of the ball from my experiences, and certainly well accomplished on the offensive side again this year as well. We know Macomb always brings a tough attack. Any special preparation on the defensive side of the ball this week?
Coach Arnold has been talking about running a lot of 30 front, stopping the deep balls, 8-man back, 3-man up. So
Yeah. What's your spot on the 3-man up?
right now I'm playing DN, rotating at nose.
Yeah, okay. Balance attack in a couple different spots. So a lot of responsibilities there, and we'll be looking for you to make a big name for yourself on Friday night. Certainly a big game against Macomb. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big game for Ashton? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Joining with our fourth guest of the night, number 5, Malik Eckford. Malik, welcome to the show. How about sharing with us your parents' names?
My mom's Amber Eckford and my dad's Howard Eckford.
Howard and Amber, fantastic. Your plans after high school?
I really don't know yet, but most likely college. I don't know where yet, but I haven't really visited anywhere either, so.
Okay, so you got some work to do in that department.
Yeah.
Any ideas on what you might want to study?
No.
No,
I
all
don't
right.
know yet.
So you're an open book here,
Yeah.
a lot to determine. Now, big brother Marcellus, where's he at?
BG.
He's at Bowling Green. Fantastic, I should have known that.
Yeah.
Now, what is he studying?
Accounting.
He's accounting.
Yeah.
All right, and then you've got an even older brother you said I think is in the Army.
Yeah.
All right, not going the Army path?
No.
No? All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, well, we appreciate his service without a doubt.
Yeah.
Talk with us about your favorite football memory.
I'd probably have to say Pricey's touchdown too. It was just a cool experience. I saw him catch it, and then as I was waiting, I started running up too because I wanted to get in, so I was gonna go push him in if I could. And then when he got in, and then his celebration after it was just a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, of course, you're referring to Ashton, who's doing the videotaping right now. I feel like you used some sort of nickname there. Did I miss that?
Pricey.
Pricey. All right. So nothing too crazy there. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, good for you for sharing a teammate's memory as one of the big ones. But you've had some great ones this year. Some big touchdowns in some big games. Any of those that are maybe one of your favorites?
I probably have to say the lipstick one, just because it was late in the game and it was 4th down, so it was either a catch or their ball. So
Yeah, certainly a big one that sealed the victory. Big win to get the season kicked off in the right direction. Well, good for you. Some great memories playing both sides of the ball, wide receiver and DB. A lot of responsibilities out there. Let's move on. Stick a little bit deeper. As an incoming freshman, certainly on the smaller side of the spectrum, I got a couple boys that were in the same spot. But obviously grown a lot over the past few years here as you're standing up here side by side with me, pretty darn tall. Who is the tallest in the Eckford family?
I'm actually the tallest now.
You are the tallest.
Yeah.
Does everybody in the Eckford family know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No rivalries between you and Marcellus about any of that?
I mean, he tries to say he's taller, but in pictures when we stand next to each other, I'm the taller. So
Yeah. All right. Putting him in his place.
yes.
Are you guys really good friends, or are you guys kind of rivals at home and in life?
I mean, I think more in high school we were rivals, but ever since he moved out and I barely see him, we became kind of tight. So
Yeah,
it's kinda
good for you guys. The evolution there, that's pretty awesome. Certainly Marcellus had a great career here at Liberty Benton and paved the way for you and doing a great job, not only filling his footsteps, but even proving yourself throughout the year. Finally, I do want to ask, and maybe we'll run up to Bowling Green and give Marcellus a chance to rebut, but who would you say is the better athlete, you or him? And we can go sport by sport if you want.
I mean, obviously I'm gonna say myself, just 'cause, but for sure he might be faster and stronger, but I think I'm just a better athlete in total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You guys play one-on-one hoops at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just tries to body me sometimes, but that always don't work. So I beat him most of the time.
Yeah, all right, fantastic. Well, we'll be sure to try to reach out to Marcellus up there in Bowling Green and get a rebuttal. Might not be till basketball season, but we'll catch up with him at some point. I know he's around here a lot. In fact, he was down in Cincinnati for Drew's 21st birthday this past weekend, so I know he gets down there to hang out with Drew a lot as well. So, well, great talking with you. Best of luck. Big game Friday night in Macomb. Take home that BBC title, and best wishes as we head into the playoffs. Great career so far. Keep it going. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for Malik Eckford? Ladies and gentlemen, joined by our 5th guest of the night, number 78, Brennan B.B. Bailey. Brennan, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How about sharing with us your parents' names?
My mom's name is Miranda Bailey, and my dad's name is Chris Bailey.
Chris and Miranda, fantastic folks. How about your plans after high school?
I'm probably going to go to college. I don't know where yet, but I want to go into the sports management field.
Okay. All right. Well, I know one school that has great sports management program, Bowling Green State University. So let me know if you need some help getting around that campus. Certainly about 15 past seniors from last year that are on campus. Ran into them at homecoming weekend. Have you had a chance to look at any schools yet?
I've not looked at many, no.
No.
Not yet.
All right. Well, hey, you got the degree or the the discipline down. Now it's just a matter of figuring out the school. So best of luck there in that search. How about one of your favorite football memories?
Probably beating Arlington this year. You know, there was a lot of negative voices coming in saying we were going to lose the streak. So keeping the streak up was pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the pressure mounts each and every year, and certainly the beginning there was a little bit dicey, but you guys came through and closed the deal. We'll talk about that with Caden a little bit as well. That big Arlington game, always a good memory for many folks, and certainly one to take home with you for sure. And knowing you keep the streak alive, now you're in that club of the past 20 teams that have beaten Arlington. So good for you. Well, hey, let's dig into a few different things with you. I hear maybe you have some good advice for incoming freshman football players specifically for next year.
Well, there's 3 things. Have fun, lift weights, hard but good technique, and always remember your equipment.
Yeah, always remember your equipment. Let's dig into that a little bit more. Talk about why you say that.
Freshman year, I think it was week 1 at Winford. We leave. We get to the locker room. I open my bag, and my cleats and my shoulder pads aren't in there.
It's tough to play football without those.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. Now you were already at Winford.
We were at Winford. Yep.
Yeah,
So we
okay.
were already there.
Yeah. Now I hear your parents may or may not have broken some speed records to get those pads and cleats to you. Is that right?
Probably a few.
Yeah.
Just
All
a
right.
few.
Yeah. We won't talk about it too much. All right. Well, certainly dedicated parents. They've been very supportive of you and me as I coached you throughout the years. Great folks that couldn't be any nicer and wouldn't expect them to do anything less. Me, I would have just said, "Sorry, man, you got to watch the sidelines in street clothes." But much better parents they are.
Said that.
Yeah. Well, hey, one other thing that I really want to dig into, you talked about lifting technique as a recommendation for freshmen. I know you are big into powerlifting. Let's talk about how long have you been doing this powerlifting thing?
My first meet, I believe, was the day after football ended freshman year.
Freshman year.
I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
So 3 years complete, and
3
then
years,
this
yep.
will be your 4th year coming up.
Yeah, but I took a year off because of COVID.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
Yep.
Minor,
Little
probably a
setback.
major setback,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, in terms of competitions and things. Correct me if I'm wrong. You were supposed to go overseas, weren't you, last year during COVID?
I was Minsk, Belarus, borders Russia. Used to be part of the USSR. Yeah, that would have been cool, but
Yeah.
COVID.
Now, what competition would that have been?
it was called. It was just worlds kind of.
Like World for Teens, right? World Teen Powerlifting?
World Teens, yep.
Wow, man, that's impressive. And I mean, obviously, you have to qualify for that. You can't just buy your way into that one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. I mean, I hear you hold all 9 of the Teen 1 records in the state of Ohio. I mean, obviously, that is what catapulted you into this international competition. Do you remember what all those lifts are, or you got to get them out on your phone?
I will get those out. So there are 9, and they are all in kilograms. I didn't have time to put them into weight, but they're pounds. So squat, 127.5 kilos. Bench, 110 kilos. Bench push pull, 110. Bench single lift, 110. Deadlift, 205. Deadlift push pull, 205. Deadlift single lift, 205. Total, 475. And then total push pull, 315.
475 kilos?
Yep.
So just as a frame of reference on kilos to pounds, the other day I went into the doctor's office, had an appointment, and I jumped on the scales. I weighed 100, and I was pumped. Like, oh man, what happened here? That means the guy hardly getting me right. It was in kilos.
Yeah.
So I obviously tipped the scales at much more than 100 kilos or 100 pounds, and at 100 kilos, you can kind of get a frame of reference on how much weight that is. So I'm sure the order of magnitude is even higher than what we can even fathom. So fantastic. Last question I have on the powerlifting is, what's your favorite lift to do? What's the one you really look forward to?
Bench is probably more my favorite, but I'm obviously like the best at deadlift. So
Yeah. Now, 19-1 Ohio records, all 9 of them that you currently hold. Certainly some people probably trying to knock you off the charts. I know in the weight room we have some records in there. Name on any of those?
Deadlifts for, I believe it is 2
For your weight class?
for my weight class. Yeah, 605 deadlift.
605 deadlift. What was that in kilos? Do you remember?
That was a pounds. That was a pound.
Yeah, I know that's in pounds, but what was what's your team 1 record in kilos? Too many of them to remember.
Yeah, there's a few.
For deadlift.
205 kilograms.
205 to 675. Wow. Okay, good for you. Holy
Thank you.
smokes, that's insane. Well, certainly you've put in a bunch of effort there, and some, I guess, aspirations of trying to qualify again for Worlds or Internationals again this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be a little harder because I'm a little older now, but
Yeah.
I definitely try again.
A little bit older. Gotcha. What are you, 18?
I'm still 17.
Only 17, just up top. Come on, man. Let's get after it. All right. Well, hey, I guess last question I do have overall is, do you foresee this portion of your career continuing this after football, after high school? What are your thoughts on powerlifting?
I'll probably still do it after high school. I'm eventually gonna hopefully try to get like to the world's strongest man type stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be pretty cool.
Gotcha. Now, do colleges or universities offer any kind of scholarships or programs for this?
I don't believe so, but I mean, I have a few that have like emailed me like, hey, we want to call you about like powerlifting. We're interested in you. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to ask them if they offer scholarships or not.
Yeah, well, good deal. Yeah, I definitely would be checking on that. Be a nice way to get your way through school, and I think it connects well with the sports management piece, right? Talk about health and injuries and things like that, keeping your body in good shape, so and good technique as well. So, well, hey, congratulations on a great career. Best wishes again, Macomb, and into the playoffs to wrap up this senior season. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for Brennan Bailey? Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by our 6th and final guest, number 61, Caden Lemons. Caden, welcome to the show. How about sharing with us your parents' names?
My mom's name is Peggy Lemons and my dad's name is Brian Lemons.
Brian and Peggy. Great. How about your plans after high school?
I plan to go to the University of Cincinnati. I haven't quite figured out what I want to major in yet. And if that doesn't work out, then probably Toledo.
Okay, fantastic. I think maybe you've made a visit down to the University of Cincinnati this year, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Got a chance to see my boys?
Yeah.
Run into them? Yeah, good. Well, I would encourage you to keep checking that out. Great campus, and we're talking about that with Ashton, number 2 in the nation now in football. So some exciting stuff going on down there at University of Cincinnati. Are you thinking engineering, or not really sure on the discipline?
I'm probably going to major in business first.
Okay.
But if I am going to choose anything, I've always wanted to do like some architectural engineering.
Nice. All right. A couple different options there. Good
But I
deal.
just want to use this year just to figure out what I want to do.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to get an application in there yet?
Yeah.
You have? Okay, good for you. On top of it. Well, fantastic. Best wishes on that. Like I said, happy to ever bring you down there if you ever need a ride and check out the campus a little bit more. Try to make some trips down there for basketball. They should be good there too. How about your favorite football memory?
My favorite football memory? Ooh. Of all time, probably when Ashton Price suited up in the locker room and went against John Sadler and Nathaniel DeRay with some football bats.
Oh man, didn't expect that one to come out. All right, that's pretty impressive. Did he survive?
Barely.
Barely.
Yeah.
All right.
They found the weak spot in the back of his calf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I would have known that before Ashton had gone. I could have brought up some of those questions there. Well, we'll leave that one alone, and I'm sure Mr. Sadler and DeRay have different stories about it, and folks can ask Ashton any more details that they need on that one. So certainly some more than worthy opponents that Ashton took on. Well, I certainly expect you to talk about the punt block against Arlington, but because people love talking about those Arlington games. But so let's go ahead and dig into that. I think one of the top plays certainly this year, if not the top play in a big game versus Arlington, Brian was talking about it. It was a big rivalry game. The Eagles started slow, and you came away with a big punt block. Really seemed to change the momentum. If you would, walk us through that play and how you think it changed the momentum.
Looking back on it, I don't really remember how that play happened. I just remember running back there and seeing that it was kind of a bad snap. And I just jumped up and I felt something hit the side of my head and it hit me in the face. And I looked downfield and I see it flying downfield. And I was running. I'm like, am I gonna have to pick this up too? But then I saw Rickenbacker right next to me. And I'm like, oh, he's probably gonna get it. So I tried to drop back and block somebody. It didn't work too well, which is why I think somebody else ended up getting it.
Yeah, I thought Rickenbacker got it.
Rick got it. I'm pretty sure Chad Hartley tried diving on it, but Rick got there before.
Oh, I got you. Well, look at that. You make a big block, and then the true team player that you are, sacrifice, turn around and make a block, knowing that the speedier Rickenbacker likely going to be able to pick it up, and didn't realize that Hartley guy was going to come flying around too. So, well, good for you. Maybe the lesson learned would just go after the ball next time. But certainly some great plays there. Again, that really turned the tide, and from there went on to just dominate Arlington Red Devils again, which was a great team win and kept the streak alive at 20. Of course, this past summer, the Liberty Benton community and all of those in the football program lost a very special young man, close friend of yours, Mr. Kyle Dunbar. I hear you have a tribute to him on your parking spot. Care to elaborate anything, or maybe not allowed to?
I would just like to leave it as unknown.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
People that know it, know it.
People that know it, know it. Good deal. Well, good for you. I mean, certainly a tough transition. Anytime we lose any loved one, but he was such a young man, touched so many folks, and I know you're a big friend. So I know that his dad said, right? Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for Caden Lemons? A reminder, folks, that all guests on tonight's Dougie Johns Senior Spotlight will receive a $10 gift card to Dougie Johns. Also, be sure to check out the 50-50 again this week. Our average jackpot for home games has been about $3,500. And this week, we are shooting for $5,000 with up to $2,500 going to the winner. We thank our generous 50-50 sponsors, Finley Truck and RV, Warner Mechanical, VM Systems, and Maumee Bay Turf Center. Friday's Macomb Pot is already at $1,100. On behalf of my executive producer, Andrew Thomas, I'm your host, Jason Bronan, signing off and saying, go.